All right. So once again, we finished up with week 3. So here we are on page 10, bottom of page 10. So we finished our trial balance. So now we can go ahead and safely now continue on with our transactions. So here we are on the 22nd of June. And here we purchased from Wholesale Food Store for 60 more pounds of sugar and for 15 more cases of non-dairy creamer. And we're paid with the Visa credit card. So let's journalize this. Okay, we bought sugar and creamer.
We're gonna use accounts sugar and creamer and Visa payable.
Good. Sugar and creamer. Okay. For how much?
Debit 2160 on sugar and credit 244. I mean 244.95 on creamer with a credit of 266.55.
Okay. Description.
Wholesale food store. And now to the general ledger. And you're gonna put. Oh, you already have it. 60 pounds. And just debit 2160.
Ending balance.
4320.
Good. And your creamer. Remember?
15 cases, which is 12 pack of at 16.33 per case. You're gonna debit 244.95.
$293.94.
Oh, whoops! I put a typo in there. So it was a 244.95. Again, 244.95. Good.
And you would just put wholesale foods, sugar, and creamer.
Good. Okay.
$1078.08.
1078.08. Good.
And now you would go to the subsidiary.
Yes. Okay. Important, because what if we just go ahead and return the sugar, or what if we bought the wrong creamer, right? You should have proof that a transaction has happened and which one it happened and when it happened. So definitely you should record this, even though you use a Visa payable, right? It's important. Visa credit card, it's important that you do record it regardless to keep a good track record of your transactions. There you go. Wholesale food. What was the total invoice amount? right? 266.55, right? That was the receipt amount.
Yeah.
And we paid with a Visa credit card, so it's acts as if we had our own money and we paid. There you go. So we owe Wholesale Foods nothing. However, we do need to just keep this in case we do make a return. Okay. All right, so we finished our general journal, page 10. So we are now on the new one, page 11. So then what happened next?
You received in, one of the invoices.
Okay, good. What did we receive?
You received regular coffee, supreme coffee.
Okay. Okay. How much regular did we get and how much supreme did we get?
For regular 171.25. And for supreme 198.75. With a total of 370.
Okay. And of course, you got to change this Atlas Coffees and Porters invoice number.
$344.
344. The terms is 1%, 15 to 30. Okay. Okay, so you do have a choice here. Since we know that the freight charges is going to be separate, would you like to do these two transactions together or would you want to do them separately? Because either way, we still have to go back to our inventory worksheet to update the freight. So
Do it together.
do it together, okay? So we have the freight right here from Freightline, okay? For the delivery of coffee, invoice number 628. Amount due is $62.50. Okay. So, what should I do with the $62.50?
You split it in half to correspond to the coffee since they're both at 125 pounds.
Good, right? Usually it's shipped by weight, right? So if it costs a total of 62 and a half, right, and it's determined by weight, we both got an even amount of 125 pounds of regular and 125 pounds of supreme. So at the end of the day, you could just split it in half instead of calculating per pound. So in this case, 62.50 divided by 2 gives you
31.25.
$31.25, right? Giving you a grand total of $62.50. And it's COD. So what should we do with the COD?
Go look for a check number.
Go look for a check number. So check register. It is the 22nd. And we wrote check number 1521 for $62.50 to who? Freight line. Okay. So we have check number 1521. Okay. All right. Journal looks good. So, right, we updated everything from 628 to check number 1521. Everything looks good.
Wait, can I look at the check register one more time? I think I'm missing checks. Yeah, I'm missing checks. Okay.
I mean, our bank account is looking good. So,
Okay. I'll worry about that later. I'm missing like all the way till 1511. I don't know what happened.
okay. Well, do you have a copy of of every single worksheet in the Google Classroom in the folder that we already finished? So, again, you have a copy just to make sure that you do check and look back at your work.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just noticed it.
All right. All right. So here we are. So what do we do next?
You go to the general ledger.
Yes, we gotta go to and post it to our general ledger. So first thing we have here is our regular coffee. Oh, I think I went too far. So here we go. Regular coffee. Okay. It is 622. Right. We have purchase 125 pounds. And we just might as well add the freight costs at the same time. Okay. So general journal 11. So how much was the purchase of the regular coffee?
171.25.
Freight was $31.25. So let's go ahead and calculate our ending balance here. What is my ending balance in my regular coffee account? Anybody? What's the account balance?
362.64.
Good, right? We skipped over this one just because we're adding both of them up together to get a total of 362.64. So that means when we go back into our inventory worksheet, we must match the 362.64. Right? So next is going to be my Supreme coffee. Okay. we got the purchase of 125 pounds, and we got the freight cost. Okay. General journal. How much was the total cost of our purchase of the Supreme coffee?
$198.75.
Right? And we had freight of 31.25. So what is my ending balance in my Supreme coffee?
417.37.
417.37. Good. Okay. Now we go into our liabilities because we have an accounts payable. Okay. Invoice. For how much? 370. So what's my total ending balance?
$13,249.61.
Good. Last but not least, we cannot forget our checking account because we wrote a check for the freight. Okay. 622. Check number 1521. Which decreased our count by 62.50. So therefore, what is my ending balance in my checking account?
It's $2,943.15.
Good. Good. Right. So now that we're done with our journal and our ledger, we should go ahead and update our subsidiary ledger. Because now we owe money and we wrote a check out to a company, proof that we paid for something. Okay. So, subsidiary ledger. First one we have is Atlas Coffee Importers. Right, we purchased 125 pounds of regular coffee and 125 pounds of Supreme coffee. Invoice number. Actually, what was it? 344?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the discount due date? When is the discount due date?
July 7th, I believe.
Good. And when is the actual bill due?
July 22.
July 22nd. Good. What was the billing amount due? 370. So therefore, because we didn't make a payment, we owe 370, making our grand total amount that we owe for all three bills to be 1,098.75. last place we have to do is going to be freight line, because just proof that we received the coffee and that we paid the COD. Excuse me. Right, you got to update, make sure that you have the update with the correct information. In this case, the invoice that we were given was $628. Okay. General journal.
It's invoice 626, if it matters.
626, is it? Excuse me. Oh, okay. I have it 628. 628. Let me correct my journal too if it's. I have it at 628. General journal 11. COD for $62.50, which we made a payment with check number 1521. Okay. So therefore, we owe nothing. Again. Okay. So now that we updated our journal, our ledger, our subledger, what's next?
Can we go to our purchase orders?
Did we? Okay. We can do that. That was the last thing I was going to do, but okay, good. Purchase orders, right? To ensure that we receive the correct inventory. So here we are, purchase order for $370, which was invoice number 344. Good.
And now we go to our inventory and update it.
Go to your inventory. Okay, so let's start with regular coffee. £125 at $137 a pound. Plus 31.25.
So now we add it to the to what we had.
So 99.5 plus 125 gives you 224.5. 160.14 plus 202.50 gives you 362.64, which that should definitely match in your inventory worksheet. And because I have my formula here in the middle, they already recalculated by me buying inventory. Now my cost of per item has increased by $1.6152. Okay, because in this case, right, I bought the coffee for a higher price, but the freight either stayed the same, or in this case it lowered from the previous one was 64, now it's 62. So in this case, there you go. So it changed my cost per item by increasing it by 0.1 of a penny. Tenth of a penny. Okay. So now let's go ahead and update our Supreme coffee. Oops. Was it $1.50? $1.59? Plus $31.25. So what is your total amount here? Should be $2.30. So in this case, because we bought a new batch of inventory, right? We need to solve for the cost per item. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to take 230 divided by 125 pounds. Will give me a cost of $1.84 per pound. Okay. So I need to carry that and put it into my inventory on hand. That I have 125 pounds, costing at $1.84, which should give me a total cost of the $2.30. So by adding that up, my running balance is going to be 227.5 pounds at $417.37. Let's check that in our ledger. I don't remember if that's for 417.37. Yes, that is correct. Okay. Good. So, what does it say here? What happened here?
We made a delivery.
Yes, we made a delivery to who?
Great restaurant.
Great Restaurant. So here is your information here. Okay. That this is what we sold to Great Restaurant. Okay. So let's journalize this. We sold to Great Restaurant. What did we sell to Great Restaurant?
Just regular coffee and Supreme.
Okay. Okay. How much regular did we sell?
246.75.
Okay. How much Supreme did we sell?
279.30.
And we had delivery charges. So in this case, delivery income. which was account number 48,000. Okay. So in this case, description.
It would just be a great restaurant. With the invoice number of 104, with terms 1%, 10 net 20.
Okay, good. Right? Right, just a little reminder here so we don't forget.
Do we fill in the accounts receivable portion? I just forgot.
Oh, yeah. I was going to do my equal sum formula here. So then I can also test to make sure that my debits match my credits. Okay, for 55605. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Right. So, what's next?
We will go to the general ledger.
Ledger. Starting with accounts receivable. Okay, here we are, accounts receivable. For how much?
556.05.
Okay, so that brings my account balance to be
$1208.28.
120828. Good. All right. Next account's going to be our sales. So, revenues. Sales for regular coffee. How many pounds of regular coffee did we sell?
75.
We sold 75. So, invoice number 104, 75 pounds. Okay. For a total of
246.75.
so what's my total ending balance here?
493.50.
Good. For Supreme Coffee, how many pounds did we sell?
70.
We sold 70. So 104, 70 pounds. for a total of $279.30. In this, so what is my total ending balance in my cost of goods sold for Supreme Coffee account? I'm sorry, sales.
Is it 438.65?
No, 538. Yeah, you're missing $100 here. Last but not least, we have some delivery income. Here you go. Invoice number 104. For $30. So my ending balance is going to be
120.
120. Okay. Good. So where do we need to do next?
Go to subsidiary ledger.
Subsidiary ledger. Good. Okay. We need to, this is Great Restaurant. Here they are, Great Restaurant. Invoice number 104. Post reference. Okay. What was the terms I gave Great Restaurant?
1%, 10,
1% net. Good. 1%, 10, net 20. Okay. So then what is my discount due date?
Second of January. I mean July.
Good. And what is the actual due date?
July 12th.
July 12th. In this case, the sales was 556.05. Okay. And since they didn't pay us, okay, with a formula, they owe us $556.05. Okay. What's next?
We update our inventory, or is that later? Oh wait.
We can do that. But let's calculate Albert's earnings because he earned his money, right?
Oh, so yeah. Go commissions and expense.
Yes. So Great Restaurant, we finally delivered it on June 22nd. Invoice number 104 for the $556.05. So in this case, what is 10% of $556.05?
55.61.
55.61. So in this case, what's my grand total amount that I owe Albert?
140.18.
140.18. Good. Right? Good. Okay. Now, in this case, no one questioned what happened when, because Katie and the corner bookstore, right? They returned some stuff, right? Now, because they returned some stuff, we had to refund both Katie and corner bookstore $9.98. Now in this case, just like how sales is, it is finite. So in this case, he gets to keep everything even though the customer returned a product. Just because if you think about it, why do we need to refund Albert for 9 cents? That, you know, it's so small that is it even worth to, because the customer returned $9.98, so we need to return Albert 10 cents or take away from his paycheck for 10 cents? No. That is again going to be part of the materiality. Is 10 cents worth to record? In this case, no, because it's just 10 cents for our paycheck. So it's not going to make a huge difference. Okay? So again, we didn't subtract anything. We're just going to let Albert keep every single penny because he's earned it. Okay? We don't need to take anything away because again, it's way too small to record. Okay? So that's just that idea there. All right, so there you go. We put our commissions for Albert here for $55.61. Okay, so now it would be a good time to update your inventory. Okay? Starting with the regular coffee here. Okay, in this case, how many pounds did I sell?
Altogether, 145.
We sold 145, but in this case, we're doing regular and Supreme separately.
75.
We sold 75 of the regular. So in this case, here you go. How much was it cost per item? Right, we recalculated our new average cost per item. So in this case, what is going to be my grand total of the cost of goods sold for selling 75 pounds of my regular coffee?
$121.15.
$121.15. So let's update our inventory because we sold a pretty decent amount. If we have a total of 224.5 and we sold 75 pounds, how much should we have left remaining?
149.50.
149.50. Okay. Here we have 362.64 and we sold 121.15. How much should we have left?
241.49.
241.49. All right. Bring in our average cost per item to be roughly the same. Okay. So here we need to double check our ledger account for this, but we sold the cost of goods sold for 121.15 for the regular coffee. Right? Supreme coffee. How many pounds did we sell?
70.
70. Good. Now in this case, let's take a look at my inventory. Which batch of inventory I'm going to take out from?
The one 82.8.
Good, right? We're going to take out from our second batch of inventory right here because our first batch is gone. Okay, and it cost me $1.8280. So in this case, what's my total cost of goods sold here for selling 70 pounds of my Supreme coffee?
127.96.
127.96. Okay, so let's update our inventory here. 127.96. Okay, so if I had 102.5 subtract $120.70, I should have 32.5 pounds remaining at a grand total of $59.41, which leaves us with a total of 157.5 pounds left at $298.41. Okay. So here you go. 127.96 for the Supreme, 121.15 for the regular. Okay. So 121.15 for the regular. Supreme was 127.96. $127.96. Okay. All right. So don't forget to say that we sold to Great Restaurant in case Great Restaurant decides to want to return the coffee here. Okay, Great Restaurant. Oh wait, let me write sold to. Sold to Great Restaurant. Okay. And then you can even add the invoice if you need to. Invoice number 104. Okay. Okay. So then now let's go ahead and update our ledger here for the cost of goods sold. Oops. Okay. Cost of goods sold. We sold 75 pounds. For 121.15. So what's my ending balance in my cost of goods sold account?
363.26.
363.26. Good. Okay. Cost of goods sold for our Supreme coffee. Right? We sold 70 pounds. For 127.96. So what's my ending balance in my cost of goods sold Supreme account?
394.09.
394.09. Good. Okay. Last but not least, we got to update our inventory accounts. Oh, sorry, guys. So let's see, regular coffee. Here we are. We sold 75 pounds. So that's going to credit our account for 121.15, giving us our running account balance in our regular coffee account to be
241.49.
241.49. And does that match your inventory worksheet? And in this case, yes, it does. Okay. All right, last account for the day. is to update your Supreme Coffee, right? We sold 70 pounds. Which credited our account by 127.96. So what is my ending balance in my Supreme Coffee account?
289.41.
289.41. Excellent. And does that match our inventory worksheet? Yes, it does. Okay. So this is where we're going to stop for today. Okay. So that means when we come back, we're going to pay furniture store. Okay. So other than that, any other questions in regards to what happened today? If not, you guys are free to go.